Hello and welcome to the CHING. I'm your host, William, and today we're going to talk about the key concepts of the Book of Changes. I believe last time we talked about the river map, but today we're going to approach the subject of the key concepts of the Book of Changes. So, to start with, we're going to start with the character, the Chinese character E. And E, which is the first part of I Ching, which means the Book of Changes. And so, the character E is very interesting to look at. You can see over here I've written a simple character. Because one thing to remember is that Chinese language has progressed through many different stages. This is the modern stage and what it looks like right now. And see, the first part over here, and see here, this part, it's what we call zhi, which also means the sun. If I take this out, it will look like this. This is the Chinese character for sun. And before it was written like this. A round circle with an inner dot. Anyways, so since this represents the sun, this, if we sort of change it a bit, is the Chinese character Yue, which means moon. So you can see that the character E is made of both the sun and the moon. So this kind of symbolizes the yin and the yang, which simply is that the zhi over here, the sun, is yang, and the yue over here, the moon, is yin. So it's a very interesting thing to think about while we continue the lesson. Now we have a tree diagram here of a basic structure, the key concepts of the Book of Changes. We can start with these two in the middle, in the trunk of the tree. So these two concepts are the main things that the Book of Changes talks about. You can see clearly that there's yin and there's yang, and there's heaven, earth, and man. So these two concepts are the main concepts of the Book of Changes. So the Book of Changes is all centered around these two concepts. Then we have the roots. You can see over here, universe can also be known as a Wuji. The Wuji becomes the Taiji. Just flatten this out. And then these three, the phenomena, number, and philosophy, are also the roots of the Book of Changes. So without the phenomena, number, and philosophy, the Book of Changes would simply not exist. After this, we finish the roots, we go on to the branches. So now the branches are simply the uses, the applications of the Book of Changes. You can see over here we have IQ, EQ, WQ. And the WQ is something we added. It's called the wisdom quotient. And all three of these make up the soul wisdom quotient. So it's kind of like a one application of the Book of Changes anyways will give us wisdom. And then we have the second application, essence, chi, and soul. It's cultivation. It's part of cultivation anyways. So the two major applications that the Book of Changes gives us is simply the knowledge or wisdom and also cultivation. Here we have the immune system, simply our immune system, like the white blood cells. Except we have a different immune system. We're going to approach that in later episodes. And we also have mental meditation. This is a very important concept also to remember, but not yet to understand because it's very complicated. And so we have this sort of a branch over here, then we have the trunk, and then we have the roots. So this is the basic, the key concepts of the Book of Changes. So thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.